only on CBS Mornings, we are sharing a medical breakthrough, the first ever human eye transplant. A team of surgeons at NYU Langone Health performed this procedure back in May as part of a very complicated partial face transplant. And now, for the first time, the patient has talked about his journey with our chief medical correspondent, that, of course, Dr. Jon LaPook, who is also, by the way, a professor of medicine, not a coincidence, at NYU Langone Health.
Aaron James has always been committed to his family, committed to his country, and committed to his career, helping to maintain America's power grid. But while doing that job on June 10, 2021, he accidentally touched a 7,200-volt power line. His wife, Megan, will never forget the call she got from his boss.
Aaron's been in an accident. I said, is he okay? And he said, from everything that I'm hearing right now, and all of the details that I'm gathering, it's pretty serious.
Doctors in Oklahoma and Texas did all they could to save her husband of 20 years. His left arm had to be amputated above the elbow. He also lost his left eye.
And when you saw his face unbandaged for the first time?
I just took a deep breath and I said, all right, this is what we're dealing with.
Let's go 3. Good. All right.
The Arkansas native also lost his nose and front teeth and couldn't eat or drink normally. So he agreed to undergo a partial face transplant, including the world's first transplant of a donor's eye.
Could we include the eye with the face transplant?
Why would people think that you couldn't?
A whole eye transplant's never been done.
This isn't the first for plastic surgeon Dr. Eddie Rodriguez. In 2020, he performed the first simultaneous face and double hand transplant.
So then when you suggested doing an eye transplant and you spoke to ophthalmologists or neurologists or your colleagues, what did they say?
It's not possible. It's not going to work.
When you went to Mr. James and you suggested doing something that had never been done before, what was his response?
He didn't hesitate. He said, if I can help out other people and if I can help out other soldiers, it's worth it.
And he had been in combat, right?
Yeah, he had 3 tours. Iraq, Afghanistan, and Egypt.
So, in late May, Dr. Rodriguez and his team at NYU Langone Health spent 21 hours transferring the donor's face, eye socket, and the eye itself to James. A huge challenge was providing blood flow to the transplanted eye.
It was an exhilarating moment to just see that blood supply coming to the retina.
This is the 46-year-old now. It's been just over 5 months since the eye and face transplant.
I want to just put it out there right now that you have some trouble speaking still, right? Does it seem to be getting better?
Yes, it is getting better. Until I can get some feeling in my lips and get my jaw to open more and get some teeth.
You also have a lot of things that are working a lot better than before.
Yes, everything. It just blows my mind. I tell everybody if I get close to a mirror, I just stare at it.
You're now looking for mirrors.
That's right. You know, now I want to go outside and let people see me, you know.
After the surgery, a huge question remained. Would light shined into the transplanted eye be recognized by the part of his brain that processes vision? To find out, James has had 2 functional MRIs.
I'm sure for visual will be even more.
Yeah, for this one, it's usually a lot more.
Then we covered his good eye and checked the transplanted eye.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
And we saw a response back there.
Point to where you feel it.
Retina expert Dr. Vedahi Dadanya is his eye specialist.
How about here?
Can we be more astonished? Every level, every test has further increased our understanding of how this eye is functioning within his body.
$1 million question, maybe $1 billion question. Is it possible that the brain could rewire itself in a different way to be able to actually see an image?
I never say never.
But you never say never at the beginning of this, and it worked.
A lot of what we have seen does not necessarily support that, but that being said, this is unprecedented. So the question is it possible? Yes.
Okay, I'm going to take a look at your eye now. Okay, looks pretty healthy. We don't have sight yet, but I'm an optimist. And the one thing for sure that I can say now is that we are one step closer.
Whether or not he will ever see out of his new eye, Aaron James is committed once again. this time to advancing medical science.
It could potentially help somebody with blindness from any cause, from macular degeneration or whatever, but also it could help somebody who was in combat who lost their eye. I mean, did that go through your head?
If me doing it first kickstarts it, you know, I'm all for it.
Over time, you think you'd be able to open up that eye?
The nerves are starting to come up. I'm getting sensation
Really?
over here.
Isn't that amazing? Years ago, they would have said there is no chance at all that it will work. And I suspect that a lot of people right now said there's no chance it will work. And yet?
After I went home, every once in a while, I would Google, is an eye transplant possible? And it would say, you know, at this town, it is not medically possible.
ChatGPT and Google are going to have to catch up to you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's a good feeling.
The donor was a young man in his 30s who not only gave Aaron James a chance at a more normal life, but helped 3 other people by donating his kidneys, liver, and pancreas.
Beautiful thing. Being an
We have to
like
say
that.
this is extremely exciting. It's jaw-dropping when you realize what doctors and what medicine can do.
Well,
he looks good, John.
He looks good, and it's astonishing. It's a technological tour de force to be able to do a face transplant, of course, but then to say, you know what? I think I'll also do something that's never been done before. I'm going to try transplanting an eye, and then you shine a light in that eye. He can't see, but with a functional MRI, you can detect a signal in the back of his brain, the back of his cortex that processes vision. Now, they're being cautious, they're saying it's the first step, but wow.
And that only happened in May, and his body seems to be waking up and responding to it, right? You're talking about the tingles in the face.
No doubt about it. And I know some would say, well, he has nothing to lose, but you have a lot to lose because you get your hopes up. It might not work. There's more possible surgeries after that. I mean, credit to him for saying, you know what?
And to go through it, Nate.
To go through it.
To go through it.
And, you know, he was in combat, and he wanted to potentially help not only those people who had an IED injury, but maybe other people with causes of blindness. Very exciting. You can see I'm excited about it and cautiously optimistic, but let's see what happens.
And we love your enthusiasm, Dr. Jon LaPook. Thank you.